What is GigWire? Well, simply put, GigWire is our device-agnostic, browser-based ticketing, communication, dispatch, personnel, and site management portal, which we provide to all our clients under campus care. And when it comes to maintenance and service-related work, it is the best way to communicate and share information between all parties in the chain and track exactly what's going on. Now, in a moment, I'll provide you with an overview of GigWire and what it looks like to create a ticket from a client's point of view to what ACS, in this case, acting as the admin or dispatchers, see after that ticket comes in, along with what one of our technicians or one of the many members of our vetted background checked drug tested subcontractor network see in GigWire as they are assigned the ticket and work on resolving it. And before moving on to the demonstration section, I just wanted you to keep in mind that beyond the instant communication benefits, another one of our main goals we had for GigWire was to help our partners and users retain all relevant historical knowledge related to anything done on their site from being lost in the ocean of data. Because just as I mentioned in the best practices segment of this presentation, you need a centralized place to document any issue or any resolution dealing with your site. And we believe GigWire can help in this effort, as users of the platform can easily search through historical tickets and related images and documents seamlessly, instead of going on a scavenger hunt through emails, hoping to find some hidden treasure related to a job that was done years ago on their site. Alright, now that I got that off my chest, let me walk you all through what you can expect when using GigWire. First off, no matter if you're one of our clients or service providers / subcontractors, the login to GigWire's portal can be found directly on our allcampussecurity.com website on the upper right-hand side, right after you bring your cursor over the round icon in the area I've highlighted for you in red that you can see in my example here. Now, to start the demonstration, I'm going to log in first as a client, which is represented by the color green. You can think of this as any normal school campus. Once I log in, I land on my homepage. Here, I'm presented with my top menu bar, which consists of Ticketing tab, where I can navigate back to my home screen, represented by the All Tickets option, or create a new ticket. To that tab's right, I find the Maintenance tab, which allows me to add or manage other members I have authorized as users under my campus's GigWire account, along with the ability to add more locations associated with my campus. These can be other schools within the district, or really any alternative site related to your organization. To the right of Maintenance, you'll find the Profile tab, which allows you the ability to edit or modify your main default account's information, and also enroll the variety of security solutions you may have at your site. Examples of these would be the brands of cameras, access control or VMS platform that you have on campus. And while you don't have to fill these out right away, it's important for us down the line because we want to make sure that whatever technician we send down your way has mastery over the solutions that you have at your site. This brings us to the last tab, which is to the right of Profile. That would be Logout, and we don't want to press that one right now. So let's move down. Directly below the top menu bar is the Historic Ticket Search options, which allows you to search through tickets by the ticket number, the summary description, the priority level, the ticket status, and finally, the date range. However, perhaps the most important area to many of our users is going to be the Ticket Overview section, here highlighted in red. In this area, you can instantly see the site's location related to the ticket, the summary of the issue, the ticket status, meaning is it open, is it closed, when the ticket was created, who is or who was working on it, and the latest update / comment related to the ticket and when that was made. You can also click on the ticket number itself to get more information about what's going on. But before going any further on this section, let's create a ticket by clicking New Ticket. As you do so, you'll be greeted with this new page where you can quickly change the site's location related to the issue or the service, create a short summary regarding the issue itself, along with a more detailed description of the problem. Then you can set the priority level, either low, medium, or high, and most importantly, add any related image, document, or file that would be helpful or perhaps needed for the work to be complete. Also, if you want to share several documents at once or just share some larger documents, you can add an external cloud link just to make things that much easier. Now, once the ticket has been submitted, you can now see it at your home page as an unassigned open ticket with a unique number. If you click on the ticket number, you're going to see the details related to that ticket, which everyone working on the case can see, along with a new note section, which we use as the main communication hub for all parties working on that case. From the client to the dispatcher to the service provider / subcontractor, this is where we're going to provide updates to the ticket and communicate regarding the case. Moving on, once the client has submitted a ticket, added a document, and made a comment, we, as the admin / dispatcher represented here by blue, get notified of the new ticket. We then quickly review it and assign the best overall service provider or subcontractor in our network to work on it based on location and their expertise, making sure we match their skills to your site's unique platforms, equipment, or requirements. In this example, however, I'm going to choose my favorite imaginary friend / service provider / subcontractor, Mr. Peter Fakely, and assign him to the ticket. When I do so, the client by default will not only see a change on their GigWire homepage, but also they will receive an email of the status change. That is if they've opted in to get email notifications. But as the admin, we will also add a note to the ticket of the assignment and any additional information, such as the time and date of Peter's arrival. Moving over to Peter's portal, as he represents the service provider / subcontractor, represented in purple, he will see the ticket that is assigned to him, along with all the notes and relevant files that were shared earlier. He, again, using the same area to communicate with everybody else, will make his notes, provide updates, until he's ready to close the ticket. And once all the work is done, ACS will require confirmation from all parties before we close the ticket out. And based on our client's feedback and our own metrics, we will rate Peter and his work quality. We do this to ensure that if we ever see a continued decline in work quality of one of our subcontractors, we can either have a mediation session to correct the trajectory, or if need be, outright remove them from our GigWire network, as they can no longer meet our standards. With that, I think you all now have a pretty good high-level overview of what GigWire is and what all parties see and do once a ticket is created within it. However, before I close out this webinar, I'd just like to mention that GigWire also works exceptionally well on any mobile device. From this final example, you can see you can do everything here that you could on the desktop version. You can quickly review and create tickets. And when it comes to adding images, you may actually prefer using GigWire on your mobile device, because as you can see, it can access your phone or tablet's cameras natively, making things that much more streamlined and efficient.